What up, everybody? Getting into my Tulsa King episode 3 trailer breakdown. And by the looks of the trailer, episode 3 is going to be getting into more action, as the first couple episodes were good, but they were a little slow, laying down the groundwork and the foundation for the rest of the remaining episodes of the series. And on a personal note, the first couple episodes were only about 40 minutes long because they were made for TV. I'm hoping that moving forward in this series that the rest of the episodes are going to be anywhere between 55 minutes to an hour, like a regular series. I mean, I'm paying $10 a month for Paramount Plus just to watch this series. I mean, I literally am not watching a single thing else on Paramount Plus. So, I mean, come on, at least make the episodes 55 minutes to an hour. At least give us that much now. Alright, so getting into the trailer. It starts off by showing Dwight and Bodie setting up some kind of new shop in some kind of lot or something. Not really sure what kind of shop they're setting up, but they've set up something. It's outside, and obviously Dwight's trying to get more income, and they got a lot more units to move after upping their re-up amount with Jimmy in the last episode. So they're going to have a new shop, a new side hustle that they're going to be doing, and I don't know exactly what it is. We're going to have to wait and see what that actually is moving forward into the episode. But Tyson, Dwight's driver, asks Dwight, "Where do you see me in 5 years?" And Dwight replies to him, "You know I am a criminal, right?" So I want to get into what Tyson's character development moving forward and where I think they're going to take this particular character. So I want to go to the movie American Gangster, which was based on a real life story about the drug kingpin Frank Lucas. And Frank Lucas could say you could have a similar starting point as Tyson, because Frank Lucas, who became the biggest drug kingpin I think in the United States at one point, started out as a driver for a gangster named Bumpy Johnson. So they could definitely be taking Tyson's character into a role where we see him going from just a nice innocent kid to becoming a little more hard and getting into the street life a little bit at a time. So, and I've said in a previous video, part of the reason we all get into the street life or whatever, the game, whatever you want to call it, is we see the hustlers who come before us. Now there's always other circumstances that go along with it, but we see the hustlers, we see them making money and whatever else, and the ballers, and we try to emulate that on some kind of level. So we know Tyson's father, he wants Tyson to be in school. He said he was not happy that Tyson is working for driving around a gangster and said he should be in school. And Tyson told his dad that he's going to learn a lot regarding business from this guy. He knows a lot, and it's going to be true. But if Tyson finds himself getting into the game, yeah, he might learn more than he would learn from a school and get more knowledge. But the problem is, will he be able to actually get out of the life and even make it out alive, if that? Because the plan might be if to some people get in, get money, then get out. But that's not always how it goes. Sometimes you get in, can't find yourself out. Sometimes you find yourself, you get in, then find yourself locked behind bars. You find yourself get into the life, you find yourself dead. Or you just might even just try to get out regardless if you got a dime or $1 million to your name, just because you're trying to escape. So we'll see where the life takes Tyson. That gets me to the bartender, Mitch. We did not see him in episode 2, but we do see him in the trailer. And Mitch, we do know he's done 8 years in prison already. So Dwight is going to have a meeting with Mitch in regards to something. Not sure what it could be about, but we will find out. And that gets me to, we gonna get into a lot of action into this particular episode. We see that Dwight gets shot at. We see the navigator wrecked, smashing into another vehicle. Dwight is questioned by the police after getting shot at. We see a house that's actually getting bombed, and looks like Dwight was supposed to be going into that house, but they have the feds rushing the house instead, and it gets bombed. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but we know who is most likely behind these attacks, and that is the guy named Armand from episode 1 that saw Dwight at the mall and did his research on episode 2 to find out exactly that was Dwight and where he is staying at. So he has the drop on Dwight. Dwight doesn't even know exactly who he knows who Armand is, because Armand thinks Dwight's there to kill him. So he's going to try to get to Dwight before Dwight gets to him. But Dwight don't even know Armand is there at this point. But Dwight will find out at some point in this episode that Armand, who's going by the name Manny, is actually in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because we see at the end of the trailer, Dwight is going to be walking through the horse ranch that we saw Armand manages or owns in episode 2. So Dwight is going to find out he got an op in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So that gets me to the next question. Is Dwight going to think Chicky, Vince, the New York, Pete, the main boss, who's basically not running things anymore because he's so old, but that was Dwight's friend, is he going to think that he has something to do with the hits that have been placed on him in Oklahoma? Could this create a beef between him and his New York family, or is they going to be able to find out and get the information to Dwight that his op named Armand is in Tulsa? So if they find out, Dwight is definitely I think maybe Armand is there under the name Manny. I've said this in my last video, that he's there possibly under witness protection, because I wouldn't understand why else he's living in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, with a different name. So I'm guessing that he's in WITSEC in Tulsa there, but probably still involved in some illegal shady businesses at the same time. So that's basically sums up the trailer. I got a couple things I want to address before I go off this video. Is the fact that Dwight needs a strap. He needs a gun at this point because he got people coming after him. But the problem is he's a felon and he's on the radar by the feds. So he's not just going to be able to walk into a gun shop and just buy a pistol or whatever he needs. So he's gonna have to try to find another way around that, if you will see Dwight even trying to get strapped up. But I mean, at some point he gonna need a gun, whether he's carrying it on him or something. He's gonna have to have some kind of piece. But the problem is he's on the radar by the feds, so he's gonna have to get a clean gun, or he's going to get a gun some type of way. I mean, when you're a felon, when you're in the streets, you're just happy to be able to get a hold of some pieces, some guns get to you. You don't really ask too many questions about where they come from, but if it's clean, all the better. So this might be why we see Dwight meeting up with the guy from the bar. What I say his name was? Dang, I don't even know the guy's name now. But yeah, the guy from the bar that I said at the few minutes ago, who he meets up with, bartender Mitch. Yeah. So this could be why he gets with Mitch, or could he possibly get with Jimmy, which is Bodie's connection for the weed. So, but he would have to go out of the way for that, and I don't know if Jimmy gonna hook Dwight up like that, but we could see Dwight needing to try to get a hold of a piece moving forward. And I don't know Tyson's age, but he could have a clean record, and that would be definitely a way for Dwight to have protection. Is he could get his driver Tyson, who has a clean record, to get a legal piece. So there you have it. Leave your thoughts on the upcoming episode of Tulsa King in the comments.